Hey guys, welcome back to some more Animal Crossing here in the town of Otter. It is Labor Day, Monday, September 4th, 2017, in the later afternoon hours. It's not actually that time, it's actually a couple of weeks later. The last day I had played in this town was September 3rd, and then Hurricane Irma happened. So September 3rd was my first day at work, and I still got to play a bit, but September 4th, actually no, it was September 2nd. We can go look at the calendar. And I hadn't played since then, but I had done a bunch of stuff, and then I had recorded right at the end of August, and I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to show in a recording that I had prepared. Actually, it was the second, and then I also wanted to catch up on the town and not miss anything. So I'm going back in time and playing. But I also don't think I've uploaded any recordings since like the end of June or 4th of July, so I don't know if it makes a difference. But anyway, yeah, last I played was the second. And then basically these 3 weeks was Hurricane Irma, and now we're here. And we're not 100% back to normal, but I'm back to normal where I'm working normal hours and I have some time. So I'm going to go through and catch up. So the last we played, I believe, was Founders Day. And then I might have played, or I definitely played, but I don't think I recorded anything at the end of August. I don't think I had enough tickets. I think I had like one thing of tickets, and I won something that wasn't important. He didn't have any good items at all. And the end of August, it was the end of August. Oh yeah, that's what I did. I did this. Um, that's what I was gonna do. All right. So yeah, we've played here in September. We'll start off with a few things. First, you notice my tan. That's from spending time at the. It's still tanning season in town, I think, till like the 15th, and that's because the first and the second I spent like an hour each day fishing, all in the ocean, because there's no sea bass. So and there's no more jellyfish because it's not August anymore. So the only thing you can catch are red snappers and bear knife jaws. So either 3,000 bells or 5,000 bells. If it's raining, you can also catch the coelacanth for 15,000 bells. If you do fish in the acre right next to the river, you can also catch salmon, which is a new fish that I've caught. And throughout the course of September, they'll travel up the river. But for the first half of September, when there's no sea bass, the salmon are only found around the mouth of the ocean or in the actual ocean. So as long as you fish, like I was just running back and forth from these 2 acres, and all you catch, there's one fish in each acre. So all you'd catch in like these 3 acres was either 3,000 bells or 5,000 bells. So if you're a good fisherman, in 15 minutes you'll fill up your pockets and you'll go sell it for 60 or 80,000. And that's basically what I did. So these 3 fish are all winter fish: the bitterling, the pond smelt, and the stringfish. They all don't come out until December. So we're not going to be catching any new fish or completing any fish things until December. As for bugs, now that September is here, which of course we saw them at the end of August, those last couple of days we saw the red dragonflies come out. I spent some time at the island. That's also why I had the tan, because I was looking for the dragonfly here. The darner, or the bear, what is it called? I don't remember what it's called. The something dragonfly. Wow, I think it's the bear. No, not the Barret. Oh my gosh. It'll come to me. This is embarrassing. I was hunting for that. I saw like 3 or 4, and they're just so hard to catch. So I'll be working on that. But at night now in September, there's crickets. In this game, there's 3 types of crickets. We got a normal cricket, the pine cricket, and the bell cricket. I have all 3 in my pockets ready to donate. Maybe we'll do that today. But at some point we'll actually hunt them, and we can listen to them and do that whole deal. But I've also caught those 3 things. At the island, I also caught the giant beetle, which is pretty easy because I have that one tree there. So I just went after 11 p.m. one night and just ran back and forth and eventually caught it. Pretty easy. It was like my whole inventory filled up with other bugs, but I got it pretty soon. The bagworm comes out in like a month or 2, so we won't be catching any new bugs for a bit. But we got the dragonfly to hunt. So that's about it for that stuff. Let's see. Oh, my dear Mike, I found 10,000 bells while cleaning your dad's desk. Looks like I have a date with some fancy new shoes. P.S. Here's your share. This is our little secret. Ooh, what did you do? I just like randomly get money? Is this a thing? It is a thing. 1,000 bells. How about that? Thanks, Mom. All right. The other thing that happened was we saw this. I'm not sure if I showed that off at the end of the episode, but you've got this, the weed model from Founders Day. I got the tent model along with the backpack there from our tent camping villagers. The games were horrible, and I would have liked to get more items, but I lost like 40,000 bells, and I was really fed up playing it. So I think those are the only 2 items I got. So that was that. I think that was it. Let's go check downstairs. I haven't, I literally haven't played this game in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, so I'm a little lost. And I know I'm gonna play pretty quick the next week or so to try and catch myself up and not to miss the fishing that I really wanted to do at the start of September. That's that. All of our neighbors should be the same. There might be 1 or 2 new people we haven't quite met on camera yet, but I have met before. Kitty Clock in A4. We did that one. The moon viewing is coming up on October 5th. Wow, it does it over a month, which is strange considering there's 2 more holidays before the moon viewing. But it starts to getting you to think about August or autumn here, because technically in Animal Crossing, I guess it's kind of like in real life that in terms of like the foliage and the bugs and the fish, really autumn kind of starts, and with the weather, it kind of starts at the first part of Labor Day weekend there, right? The start of September. But in terms of like beach weather and like school and stuff, I guess it's later I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know where I was trying to go with that. Something like well through September, there's still summery weather at times. You still got the warm water at the beach. You still try and hold on to that little bit of summer, but you still do have some of the cold mornings. The trees are already starting to change in some places, but not in Florida where I live anymore. In Pennsylvania, that was definitely the case. Once Labor Day hit, it was fall. You still could squeak out some sunny days in the low 80s, but I tell you, you get some quick cold fronts. Next thing you know, you're waking up to 40 degrees. So is this A4? This is where it is. Maybe I dug that up. I think I dug that up. Actually, on the day that I played. So we're gonna ignore that. So anyway, what I did is both of those days I did about an hour fishing, and I think each day I made like 150,000 bells. Pretty easy, probably not even an hour, probably like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of fishing. So I made a couple 100,000 bells, and I believe with the money I have in my pockets, we're going to be able to pay off our loan. So I believe if I remember, yes, 75,000 is all we have left. So I paid off another like 200 or 300 of this. The other money I had just slowly accrued from doing daily tasks. Been paying this off. This was a lot of money in this game. Money is not as easy to come by in this game as it is in something like New Leaf. I think City Folk, Wild World, and GameCube are all pretty similar with how you can earn your money. Maybe GameCube a little less because you don't have quite the bug hunting that you can do in the other games. But with that, this is our last debt. This is the debt we're paying off for getting our upstairs, which means there's no more additions for our house. But it's the last time we get to do this on this character. So what I'm going to be doing now, probably the next day or two as I catch myself up, I'm going to make ourselves another character for storage purposes and for displaying things in a house and just getting some more space because the houses can't get any bigger than this, and I would like to display some more stuff. And in addition, we can make a ton of money in this short window of time here in September. So with just fishing for like a day or two, we can pay off the first like 3 expansions of the house. Basically get the house extra large, main room with the basement, pretty easy if you do it that order. So that's what we're going to kind of focus on, and I'll probably be doing some of that off screen, and just because you guys don't need to see the job and all that stuff again. Hey there, Blue Bear. Have we seen you on camera before? By gum, I'm making it my business. Okay, Blue Bear. All right. Oh my gosh. Feisty. Here we go. What do you want, Blue Bear? All right, that was interesting. What would it be? It would be furniture. Oh. You're a bitch, Blue Bear. All right. Into Nookingtons we go. My good gracious, Mike. Truly amazing. That's no lie. Paying off all the money you owed on your house. Incredible. I salute you. And I'm not 50 years old either. I paid off my house quick and young. If only it was like that in real life. I know our house can't be any bigger, but I don't like to have debts. I want my debts paid off as soon as possible. So we get our statue, and I'll talk about the statue when we actually see it. So from here on out, we're just going to get a monument to you to me, and it's going to be put in front of the train station, and you guys all know what that is. We're just going to ignore it, and we'll talk about that because I have other things I wanted to talk about and do in this episode. So that statue is coming. If you've played New Leaf, Happy Home Design, or got the update New Leaf, and you have the Villager amiibo, you've seen that. If you have played this version, then you've also seen it, but maybe not because it's kind of hard to get. I think I've only ever paid off one, so we get the gold one. I don't think I've ever gotten the other statues on other characters, but I know what they look like. And I wish I would get them all at one point. Maybe I will in this town. You never know. You never know. Well, today is Labor Day. On this day, I was actually working a 12-hour day. Not labor for me. As we were beginning our preparations for Irma, which would hit a week later. Talk to me, Sally. I have run into Gracie before. I don't really like her car. I wouldn't buy that car even if I had all the money in the world. Hey there, Tortimer. Today's Labor Day, Sprout. It may not mean much to someone like you, though. Basically, this is the day we honor everybody who works hard at what they do. Very unbelievably hard. A lot of people spent many long hours working very hard just so you could do what you're doing right now. Thanks, Mom and Dad. So to commemorate the hard work of all those who have made Otter what it is, I want you to have this. Think about it. Who makes living in Otter possible and much more enjoyable? That would be our man Tom Nook, because he takes care of our house, furniture, clothing needs. So we get a shop model. The hardest working critters. He works a lot of hours every single day. Oh, we don't get old Nook. Oh, thanks, Mayor. So anyway, we got a shop model. Another model. Imagine that. Alright. We'll go put this model in our house, and that should be pretty exciting there. I don't know if I want to do any fishing at the moment. I think I'm going to have a fishing episode coming up. I don't need to do any more fishing because this character doesn't really need any more money. Although, I remember what we said, once I save up 1,000,000 bells in my savings account, which we're going to get soon as well, then I'm going to give myself the cheat code to get myself the post office model, because I'm not going to be able to save up 1,000,000,000 bells. That's like freaking, that's impossible. So I think we will cut it to compromise like that. Although I will be spending some money on the other ones. So I think that'll be a long-term goal, like over the next 6 months. Because even though I don't play this town every day, I still do go back as the seasons are changing, and I know I'll continue to at least do that probably until Christmas, and then I don't know anything after that. But probably into February as well. Like, why not? I don't know. Unless I know there's not a new Animal Crossing coming out, and it's still not coming out. Okay, this is a whole nother rant for me to do. I don't even know if I want to go down this road. My Switch has not been powered on since June when I played the Zelda DLC. Everything on the Switch is either a port. If you've had the Wii U, you think everything is a port and garbage, and you're not spending money on it, and you don't want it. And everything else is either like some anime game, Japanese game, or some like little indie game that I have no interest in, and that I'll buy on my phone for $5, not for on my Switch for $60. That's how I feel about the Switch right now, and I don't think Odyssey is going to be good. I just don't. I don't think I'm even going to go like buy it right now. I don't even know what I'm going to do with the Switch. I guess I'm going to get Odyssey. I don't know. I think I could be wrong. It's either going to be freaking amazing or it's going to be crap. I don't think there's going to be an in-between for that game. I'm not a fan of the whole hat thing. Or the real people. Really, the real people deal still bothers me. What do we have here? Yes. No better than cockroaches, as are crickets. But crickets sound so nice. Lots of crickets in the mountains of Pennsylvania, not so much down here. I really want them to announce some actual Nintendo games, because right now there's nothing of quality. If you ignore Odyssey, there's not another game scheduled to come out of quality. Like, we don't know a release date or even time frame for it. Everything else, just the future. And there's still no freaking Animal Crossing app or Animal Crossing Switch. I just don't know what they're going to do with Animal Crossing. They've kind of forgot about it after all these years. I don't know. I rant about this all the time. I just get so upset because I'm like, take my money, Nintendo. People aren't even buying Switches anymore. I see them in the stores. I'm like, there's no reason why Switches should be sitting on store shelves. People should be buying them up, but there's just no games scheduled to come out for them. Everyone's going to wait until Christmas and buy it with Odyssey, but if Odyssey actually ends up as crap, then that'll be that. Look at all these beautiful bugs. Ah, the evening cicada. So beautiful. Wow, the cicadas are making noise. Look at these. This looks so nice and lively. I don't remember it looking so crazy. I mean, I guess I've only really gotten close to completing things that one town, one or two towns, and I've recorded them, and then I seem to have like stopped abruptly, never touched them back, but that's because of school stuff. But don't have that issue now. Although work, that was kind of an unexpected 3 weeks of mayhem. I worked two. Oh, there's Gracie. That's why she was talking about Gracie. I worked 2 months. Or I worked like 6 or 7 weeks of, yeah, almost 2 months of hours in 3 weeks because I was doing like 14-hour days every day straight for like 20 days. It's horrible. It was great until like the very end when the storm had passed and I was just kind of over it. But it was a fun storm to forecast. All right, let's see if I can do this here. I'm gonna break my thumb by button mashing, by washing her car for her because she had to drive through this hick town. Oh my god, it hurts my hand so bad. I see, I still didn't do it fast enough. I could not have done that any faster, and I've given myself like rug burn because instead of tapping the button, I find it better to like rub across. Plus, I always forget if it's A or B, and if I take that half a second to figure out which one it is, then I knew that wasn't going to be it because you slow down. If you slow down at all, again, I got to go back to the spoon trick where you just get the spoon and rub it across so you don't like give yourself rug burn on your hand from like crushing the button. Anyway, that was dumb. What a waste of my time. Screw you, Gracie. You're so rare and I never can actually get anything from you. Golden trees everywhere. Do. All right. So tomorrow when I log on, we'll have ourselves a statue. We'll have ourselves a saving account. I'll be making some money, visiting town, and maybe working on a brand new character. So let's go take a look at this shop model, and that'll be it for this episode. Because whenever I feel like it, I will hunt for the banded dragonfly. That's what it's called. Haha. Banded. That was close. Yeah, there is Nook's Cranny's model. In this version of the game, there is no model for the other 3 versions of the store. There's only Nook's Cranny. In New Leaf in Wild World and I believe in City Folk 2, you can get there's a shop model for each different type of shop for all 4. But of course, those games don't have models for everything else in town. So that's that. Yeah, I know those flower models. I have those cards, and I keep forgetting to type in those codes. But we'll do that at some point when I'm looking for some stuff here. So yeah, we'll have an episode or 2 in between of the new character and catching up on those things that I just mentioned, and then we're gonna have the fall sports fair coming up on September 22nd, which is a couple of days ago from the actual day I'm recording this. And at that point, we'll be halfway through September. The fish will be back, the sea bass, so we won't be fishing anymore. I won't be able to tan. Then maybe I'll be taking a trip or 2 to the island to hunt for the banded dragonfly, but again, it doesn't make a point. I mean, at that point though, the grass is going to be changing. Once I get to the fall sports fair, fall will begin. Things will be going crazy. Maybe we'll work on some gardening around town. We'll work on some house stuff, all sorts of good stuff. But I know I got to play for a couple of days to catch myself up, and then we should be set. I should be caught up with October 1st by the time October 1st is already here. That's my goal. So by this upcoming weekend to get myself caught up, I'm going to play like a day or 2 every night. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.